Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. This is Tammy, and I'm here just to share a little bit about this journey, our life. And so I want to share so many things, but I have just a few minutes. But I wanted to just come on here and talk to you guys about my journey. So, for those of you that don't know, I am Soul Transformation Guide. I help guide people to their peace. And I actually had an opportunity to do that with a young lady this weekend that was phenomenal. It was good for me and it was also good for her. And so, one of the things I want to share is many times we're doing work, and especially people that do energy work. So, we're doing this work, but we don't realize that it's not only for the people that we're working with, but it's for you as well. And so, in my mind, that almost illustrates be the change that you want to see. So, whatever the change is that you would like to see in the world, be that change. And so, that to me is a representative of that. So, when I work with people, it changes their lives, it also changes mine. And I love the connections that I'm able to make with people to help them to see things that possibly they just couldn't see. Because a lot of times we're dealing with stuff and we're going through, and we don't realize that it's hard for us to see inside of our own bubble, but it's easier for someone who's on the outside, who's not going through it, who's not sharing the drama and the trauma and all that stuff. That person is able to see and can actually share with you and can help to illuminate some things that maybe, was already there. Most of it is already there, because one thing I'm learning in my studies is that healing is already within you. It's already inside of you. You just have to get it out, and sometimes you need help with that. I do. I have healers. One thing about it, you cannot save anybody unless you save yourself. So you got to put your mask on first. So for me, same thing with massage therapists, same thing with therapists, same thing with doctors. You don't typically doctor on yourself. You cannot massage yourself, not everywhere anyway. And so you need other people to help you. And that is something that I have learned because I really was a person that struggled with um, allowing people to help me. And so I had a good friend, I think it was about last year, that said to me, I was going through some things and I really was doing all that I knew to do. And so I had a friend that said, um, you need to let somebody help you. And I was like, wow. And it almost was like a light bulb went off. But she's a good friend. And I knew that she's a friend that I have her best interest. She has mine. If we see things, we'll send each other things and we'll give each other tips and stuff like that. And so she was doing that because she was actually looking at me. She said, and I looked at you, she said, and I felt she needs to let somebody help her. And it's nothing wrong with that. That is the thing. So for me, I was always used to doing everything myself and not asking anybody for help because I think about it, I said, it's a trauma from childhood um when you ask people for help and then they didn't help you. And so even if it only happened once or twice, it still is embedded and ingrained somewhere inside of you that, if you ask for help, nobody will be there for you. And it's an abandonment trigger. And so for me, I had to learn that. And that's something that, God has helped me to internalize and help me to embody that I can ask for help and that there are people out there that will help me. And so that's something that, I'm sure that some of you are having those same struggles where, when you were growing up or at some point in your life, or sometimes it's even in your history, in your DNA, sometimes it's a part of your ancestry. Sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with you, but it's trauma from the past. And so we can actually heal all of those things. And so, but as you begin to dive in and as you begin to journal, and that is something that I'm big on because I'm not as consistent as I would like to be. However, it is a journey, and every day is a new day, and every day is a new day to begin again. And that is one of the things that I love about this life. It's not like you have to be in this space forever and ever and ever. Every day is a new day to begin again. You just have to make a decision, set an intention, and do it. Take the steps necessary in order to make the shifts and the changes that you want to make in your life. So, with that being said, I started a new course that I'm so excited, and it is metaphysical anatomy. So I've started this course, and I'm just so excited because so many things within it are things that I already talk about and things that I had already gotten from spirit. And so when you see some stuff that you've gotten from spirit and you confirm, and if it gets confirmed, it's amazing. So this part really got me. Sometimes people cannot change their circumstances due to responsibilities. People can, however, change how they feel about those circumstances. When they do this, they are taking control back and they are moving back into the driver's seat of their lives. People respond to circumstances, their environment, and the people around them based on their past traumas and ancestral trauma. Just what I just said. And I was like blown away when I read that and I started studying that. Another thing is you may unknowingly be holding on to trauma as a reminder of how circumstances and people have caused hurt and betrayal. And that was just what I was saying as well. I remembered that there were times when I wanted help or I asked for help and nobody helped me. And so that is something that I realized that I was holding on to it. So I had to let that go in order to get the help I needed. This is called an unconscious secondary gain. When you hold on to your pain because it has become a trophy and represents your life story, it has become your identity. Perhaps you feel that you have earned this pain and it's pointless to let it go. After all, it has cost you so much already. As a result, you might have a fear of letting go of the trauma as you feel your identity and survival are dependent on the trauma. So to me, that's like you have this trauma, this thing that happened, and it may be, like they said, ancestral trauma. It doesn't have to be, big T trauma in your life. It could be ancestral trauma, really, and many times it is. And so you're holding on to that. For what? Why are you holding on to that? That is really the question, is why are you holding on to that? It's not even a big T trauma, but the thing is many times we don't know, but it becomes a badge and it becomes a trophy and you walk around carrying it. It's almost like diseases and conditions. You walk around carrying it. I say that I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2010, but I don't say that I have it. I say I was diagnosed with it. See the difference? And so, but you walk around carrying those things as a badge, or, the fact that I could say, well, nobody ever helped me when I was young. I always had to do everything myself. And so, this is the life that I lead, and it's a lone wolf type of life. And you don't even realize that that is what's going on with you. It's a lone wolf type of life. You don't realize it. That is what is going on with you because you are holding that as a badge, as a trophy. And next thing you know, it's your identity. It's who you are, but it's not who you are. It's not who you are. And you can change and you can shift all of that. You can change and you can shift all of that. You can really begin to dive into who you are and go on a self-discovery mission. Because I'm telling you, that mission is one of the most important missions that you will have in your lifetime. You decide to go on a self-discovery mission and discover who the hell you are on this earth. What it is that you are called to do. What is your purpose here? What is your mission? Your mission might be to be the best mama in the world. You might have 12 kids. People might be talking about you, but guess what? That is your mission, to be the best mama in the world. I've seen people that have a whole bunch of kids, and for me, that's not an option. I have a whole bunch of kids, and then the kids grow up, and then they go get foster kids, and then they go get what do they call those kids that come from other countries? Transplant kids. That's not what it is, but you know what I'm talking about. You go get those study abroad kids or whatever, because you just love kids and you just feel like you have to have them in your house. And that is okay because that is your mission. Don't allow anybody to judge you for your mission. Now, for me, no, I don't want all those kids. I'm good not having any in my house consistent basis. I've done that. I'm good. I've had that experience. It's wonderful. Love my children, love my grandchildren. However, they have to have their own house. That's how that goes. But that's not my mission. But it might be some of your missions. You might be a person that doesn't have kids, and your mission is to help people that do. Or, you might be a person that you're supposed to be in the business world and you don't have any kids and you don't want any, and that's fine. You allow yourself whatever it is that you desire, and don't hold yourself to the cold for what other people think about what you should do with your life. That's another thing. Take time out, to love on you and not even care about what other people think about you and what it is that you do with your life. Because guess what? It is your life. It's not their life. It's not anybody else's life but yours. You have carte blanche to make decisions. And the other piece is we have to stop allowing our past and our traumas, big T, little t, things that happened way back in the past. I know people that have held grudges for 75 years. Why? I have no idea. And that is so unhealthy. But you're looking at your ancestors and you're holding on to that and this, and you can't be this because this was what your ancestors were. Well, my ancestors, a lot of them were slaves. And I know that I can be anything that I want to. Matter of fact, we had a black man in the White House, and that was a miracle in this country, in America. And so, but we know that we can. So these things don't have to hold us back. We can shift all of those things. We can shift things even in our DNA and down to our cellular memories. I'm telling you, I'm not telling you what I heard, y'all. I'm telling you what I know. And I've studied these things, but I've also begun to do them and make these shifts. I did a video about my Kundalini awakening experience, and that was phenomenal. That was an amazing time. I grew so much just in that few minutes, because honestly, it was not even a long time. And I actually have had another experience, which has been phenomenal as well. So these are experiences that you can have and you can ask for to help to shift these things from you, because it's not easy. I'm going to say that it can be challenging. Let's say that. It can be challenging. I'm going to speak that it is easy for you to do, especially when you find people that you can work with. And so what I'm saying is, I have sessions that I've created, and I actually have like a 3-tier session. So it's like a sliding scale is what I have, and I want to use it to help people to shift in these ways. Now I do sessions on Zoom, but if you're local to the Everett, Western Washington area, and you want to join me in person, then you can reach out to me as well, and we can conduct an in-person session by appointment, because I don't have a standard office, but I have a room that I can rent. And so by appointment, I do those sessions, but I also do them on Zoom for anybody all over the world. And that's something that, is what has been on my mind to do, because my guides anointed me the Oracle of Peace. So they said I'm the Oracle of Peace. And so I know this because my clients, that is the overwhelming response that they have when they come to me. Their nervous systems are all, in disarray. Their chakras are all unbalanced. By the time they leave, those things are in check, and they feel like new money. They feel the peace. They feel the warmth. They feel the genuineness. And so this is something that I know is a part of my life mission, and this is why I am here. So again, I want to thank you for hanging out with me for these few minutes and for joining me. And I would love it if you would smash that subscribe button, and if you would like this video and share it out to people that need to hear this good word. I'm actually coming live again. My goal is to come live or upload a video every day this week. I was going to say this month, but this month is almost over. But I'm going to do it for the month of March as well. But that's my goal. And so I'll be talking. I have a chakra series that I'm doing that I'm going to be continuing. I'm also going to be sharing about the metaphysical anatomy course that I'm on. And I'm going to be sharing from that because that has lit me up. It makes me feel like I am relevant. It makes me feel like I am doing what I'm supposed to do in this world. It makes me feel like all of the revelations and all of the downloads that I have gotten from the Holy Spirit are absolutely on point. So when you start to feel that and you get that type of energy, oh my God, that is so amazing. So again, thank you for joining me, for hanging out with me. And I would love it if you, again, like, share, and subscribe. And I would love it if you would watch some videos and help me monetize so I can do more of this, helping people, what I love. So again, thank you so much for joining. Bye.